The Black History Month kickoff inaugurated a month full of festivities and fun.
And softball adds another sport to the spring mix at their meet and greet. This and more, I'm Amani Wilson.
And I'm Gabby Shelton.
And your news starts now.
Black History Month commenced yesterday, and UTC's Multicultural Affairs knows just how to get the celebrations going. In Lupton, music played as notable African-American faces projected on the screen. A singer also sang tunes to the crowd who enjoyed their soul food among friends and coworkers. Events in February include Fresh Fridays held every week for students to network in the Multicultural Center, open mic and trivia night, storytelling through cinema, and the third annual Taste of Black Chattanooga. Keep up with more on Scrappy's newsletter.
During February, we wanted to highlight student organization dedicated to improving our UTC experience. The African Student Association, or ASA, is open to all students who attend UTC. The ASA was created to unite African students as well as to connect with people who are interested in the various languages and cultures of Africa. The mission is to unite Africans and to provide a connection to non-Africans. The purpose is to explore the continent of Africa and its various cultures.
Are you looking for a place that lets you experience Latin American culture? Maybe you want to befriend more members of your culture. HOLA is the club for you. HOLA, also known as the Hispanic Outreach Leadership Association, held their first meeting this past Wednesday. HOLA introduced its officers with two truths and a lie and exposed its state of affairs like club changes, member dues, and election eligibility. The meeting also glanced at past and future events like the annual potluck. HOLA then broke the ice with a fun game of Human Twister that got the attendees very close. HOLA President Stephanie Loa knows that her club provides a much-needed niche on campus, especially for Latin American students.
Yeah, absolutely. I maybe could count on my hand the clubs that are catered towards Latinx, Hispanic people. So we're definitely one of them. I know maybe another two, but it's very scattered, and quite honestly, so it's nice to be able to provide that space for our members.
If you are interested in the club, please message HOLA on Mocs for a full schedule of its meetings and events.
On Sunday, a Jordan-based Tower 22 was hit by an enemy drone, killing 3 soldiers and injuring 34. American officials had mistaken the drone for a U.S. one and let it fly through base. President Joe Biden blames Iran seeking retaliation, a complex response to a previous statement on not wanting war with Iran.
Dozens of Western nations have suspended funding to Gaza's biggest humanitarian aid provider. UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees is struggling after Israel alleged 12 of its 13,000 workers participated in the initial attack on Israel. This comes at a time when Gaza is on the brink of famine. UNRWA promptly removed these volunteers accused and is investigating their involvement. UN officials said UNRWA will stop operations by the end of February if funding continues to be suspended. In a statement, U.S. spokesperson Matthew Miller said that they have paused funding while they review allegations and steps the UN is taking to address them.
In lighter news, in Kenya, a white rhino subspecies was impregnated through embryo transfer in what's called vitro fertilization. This scientific feat makes it possible to save the white rhino population. Researchers created an embryo in a lab, collected from rhinos, and transferred them to a rhino surrogate mother. The mother passed away due to a bacterial infection, but the embryo was discovered during post-mortem examination. Only 20,000 southern white rhinos remain in Africa, and even smaller, only 2 northern white rhinos.
It's finally February, and the sun has stayed up a little longer each day.
Yes, and this weather has been nice enough to enjoy it. Jeremiah, what do you have in store for us?
This week has been quite nice, and it looks even better for next week. Today we'll reach a high of 67 with sunny skies with lows in the 38s. Clouds will begin to form, providing rain for Sunday. Tomorrow we'll have highs of 62 and 52, with lows of 38 and 39. Next week, the sun will either shine or peek through the clouds with temperatures in the early 60s and low 30s. We will only have a small amount of precipitation and rain, but not enough to ruin our fun in the sun. Across Tennessee, we will have cloudy skies over the weekend and highs of 60. It'll be perfect time to travel, but everyone knows Chattanooga is where it's at. Back to you, Gabby and Amani. Thank you.
The 66th Annual Grammy Awards will be held this Sunday, February 4th. This year, both Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo's albums, Midnights and Guts, will be going against each other for the Album of the Year. A heated battle in the Best New Artist category leaves Coco Jones and Jelly Roll and Noah Kahan all going for the same title. First Lady Michelle Obama has been nominated for a Grammy in the Best Audiobook, Narration, and Storytelling Recording category for her work in The Light We Carry, Overcoming Uncertain Times. In other entertainment news, whether Taylor Swift will make it back in time for this year's Super Bowl is still undetermined. Softball is starting its season.
And women's basketball remains undefeated 6 games into SoCon. Sade, what else is going on in the world of Mocs athletics?
Well, we've had a lot of wins and certainly hope for more. Hello, I'm Sade Van Zant, and this is your UTC Sports News. The UTC men's basketball team wins the 5th straight battle against the Western Carolina Catamounts, with the final score being 91-85 in Callaway on Wednesday night. The Mocs are striving to keep their 5-game winning streak alive as they take on the Sanford Bulldogs in McKenzie Arena Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Women's basketball continues their undefeated run in SoCon, following the 57-51 win over second-place Wofford Terriers on Thursday night in McKenzie Arena. After a slow start, Sigrun Offensdottir gets her team going with a clutch three-pointer to close out the first quarter, along with Jada Ginn scoring 9 unanswered points to give Chattanooga a 15-14 lead at the end of the quarter. The Mocs put up an outstanding fight against the Wofford Terriers to defend their undefeated title in SoCon and are looking to keep their winning streak alive. The Mocs will face Furman Saturday at 2:00 p.m. inside McKenzie Arena for the 50th season celebration. Men's tennis will compete Sunday at 11 a.m. here in Chattanooga against Tennessee State, looking to break their 3-game losing streak after falling short 4-3 against Georgia State. Women's tennis will travel to Richmond, Kentucky on Saturday to compete in a non-conference match against Northern Kentucky at 2:00 p.m., with hopes of getting a on-the-road victory and extending their 1-game winning streak. This week, UTC men's wrestling 5-match winning streak was snapped by the Citadel as they fell short 15-21 in McCullen Gym Thursday night in front of a large crowd of 335. This loss breaks the 19-match streak in the series. The Mocs have won 40 of the last 43 meetings. The last loss was February 14, 2004 in Charleston, 13-27. The Mocs will look for redemption on Saturday, February 3rd, as they travel to Boiling Springs, North Carolina to take on Gardner-Webb at noon. Chattanooga softball placed 5 on the SoCon preseason all-conference teams and 4th by the SoCon coaches. They held a meet and greet practice on Wednesday to commence their 2024 season. In their indoor facilities at Warner Park, the women practiced their pitches among friends, family, and onlookers. Head coach Frank Reed introduced himself to the crowd and made them feel welcome. After pitching, an autograph session for the little ones was held, followed by a practice session with them. The season officially begins February 16th with the Chattanooga Challenge. WWE fans, get excited. WWE is coming to McKenzie Arena for the first time in 4 years. Be sure to grab your tickets soon on Ticketmasters at a cost of $20. If you missed the pre-sale codes, be sure to purchase tickets through gomocstickets.event.net. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
Sometimes it's great to kick back and just have a game night. That's what the folks at Mosaic did recently with a killer game of trivia. Literally, if you got the wrong answer, your avatar was dead and you were out of the game. Mosaic is a campus support center for students who are on the autism spectrum. Pizza, salad, cold drinks, and other treats made it a good kickoff for the semester.
Financial aid and scholarships, as well as the Mocs One Center, will host Fast Stuff Fridays in February. On February 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd in person, help will be available in the Mocs One Center in room 124 of the University Center for prospective and current students. Virtual workshops are also available 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Take advantage of this free service.
That's all for this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us.
Be sure to keep up with us on Instagram and Facebook at Mocs News UTC.
But before you go, take a look at this year's Blue Ribbon Awards.
The awards are given throughout the months of August to December and recognize the dedication of campus members to the community.
Among the recipients are Officer Gazem Abazid, Undergrad Admissions Director Stephanie Orr, College of Business Admin Specialist Shari Capel, Undergrad Admissions Associate Director Brandolyn Shaprashire, Nurse Lily Reynolds, and MPH Program Manager Emma Sampson.
Here's a look back.